sweet teas. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy New Year's for you guys. It's still very much 9 o'clock for me, right? But Happy New Year's, hell yeah. Hope you guys are doing good. We're gonna be talking about the year 2000, because it's 26 years old now. It's crazy. 26 years ago. That's crazy to think about. Crazy to think about. Hello, Ito. Hello, Kara. Malone, and hello, Martha Eagle. Happy New Year. But yeah. I might delve a little bit into the 2001 as well. Wearing this outfit because I do believe... Oh! Thank you so much for joining the Gooberdons. Thank you. Thank you so much. What do you call it? I believe Final Fantasy X did come out in the year 2001. Right? This just felt fitting. This outfit just felt fitting. This is very much of the time. So yeah. Am I gonna need the Mocha Vision? I might need the Mocha Vision. How goes the day and night? I slept most of the day because my dad screwed me over. I tried to sleep, right? And he kept waking me the fuck up and I could not sleep. He's like, oh, there's pizza. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I go back to sleep. An hour later, hey, there's pizza. I fucking know. Go back to sleep. Knocks on the door again. Like an hour later. Do you like the pizza? Oh my god. I wanted to have the stream earlier. I did. But old people, I guess. I mean, the pizza was okay. It's Domino's, not my favorite. It was nice. It was a nice gesture, though. It was the meat kind. Those are the meat variety. The Mega Supreme Extra Meat Exploder pizzas, right? Just wants to talk. I hope that old man gets a dog soon, God bless. Yeah, he does. And I do most of the time I have long talks with him just to, you know, talk. I was trying to sleep. I didn't get much sleep. I got a good bit of sleep now, though, but, you know. Where did I put the Mocha Vision? I might need the Mocha Vision for this stream. There we go. There's the Mocha Vision. I poured a bit of my Johnny Walker Blue Label this time. The special stuff, chat. Has your name got numbers now? I don't know why YouTube decided to just do that. Everyone's just their old name now, I guess. Like their legacy names. Whatnot, their old handles. I don't know why. It's annoying. But it's a thing. Holy crap. That's insane. Because I drink scotch, right? I love scotch. I get like Black Label mostly when I do, and every now and then I'll go to like Trader Joe's and get the their whiskey, or their scotch, which is very cheap. You can get the spiced whiskey and the scotch for just around $20. Maybe 20, 30 bucks, I forget. But it's very cheap. I forgot why. I think they did it to combat bots. I forget. I don't know. The numbers thing, I mean. Like, go into like a $300 bottle of scotch. Because I got that a couple years, like I think last year. Well, the Christmas for this one, right? That was a gift from one of my uncles. And holy crap. I don't have it often. Like, this is my third time in my life having it, right? Well, not third time, maybe fourth, because I did try it a few times before that, right? Third time from the bottle, though. Still a very full bottle, right? I'll probably have some on my birthday in 22 days, right? Yeah. A couple glasses a year. Because you have to figure, when you're sipping this stuff, it's like you're sipping God knows how many dollars every sip. Crazy to think about. But yeah, the year 2000 was 26 years ago. Check, can you believe that This Is Sparta remix is 18 years old now? Crazy how time goes. Crazy how time goes and how cats change like this little goober. What are you doing? No. Noel's being a little goober. He's just happy. He's happy. Every time I stream, he just gets hyper. Every time. It's like, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is. When I stream, he goes hyper. But yeah. Where should I start off? Where should I start off? Oh yeah, chat. Square Enix is getting stricter, chat. Maybe I should have just played the PS1 version. They're not happy with me. Well, I shouldn't say that. The video got demonetized because of the music. Next stream, I'm gonna have to just remove the music. I'll keep the music up in that stream, but the next stream... Which is weird, because the first stream I did with that game, no problems. Second one, I don't know. Maybe the intro triggered something. Yeah, it's really stupid. It's really stupid. Thanks, Square Enix. Thanks, Square Enix. You guys were better when you were Squaresoft. Watch, they go after this outfit. They wouldn't, would they? But yeah. Next stream... Probably this stream, I'm probably gonna have to change crap out of this stream, right? But the problem is with that, because it's, I guess, because it's considered a composition and not like the audio itself, it's, what do you call it? Very stupid. You can't just erase the background music with AI. It's really stupid. They probably go after, do that to go after people that are doing karaoke's of music, right? Which is also really stupid. Can't even fucking sing a song on YouTube. Right? But I'll see. Hopefully this stream doesn't get exploded, because I do want to play music. It says copyright free, but the last time it said copyright free, they lied. So we will see. We'll see, chat. But I want to keep doing that, right? I don't want you just keep getting demonetized over and over. That's not good. That's scary. YouTube might do something. But I will change the music just for this, right? I'll change the music a little. Again, it says copyright free. We'll all see. Right. But yeah, the Y2K. People were panicking. People were freaking the frick out. Did I not... Where did my notes go? Damn it. Hold on, chat. The whole thing... The whole thing, it's gone. Where did I put that damn thing? Here we go. Yeah. People are panicking. Numbers. Chat. Numbers. Always numbers. Hello, Assembly. I am doing gosh darn well. Hope yours is as well. Happy New Year's. I'm excited to enter the new year myself in a couple hours. Yeah, 32-bit integers. They were incapable of storing certain amounts of time in numbers, right? People thought the world was, like, unironically going to end. They thought the computers were going to crash, everything was going to explode and die. There were, like, news articles and, like, news headlines that were just like, Your computers may stop working. The heat may vanish. I'm like, oh my god. What was it? I think most of the computers stored like 2, 3 numbers. No more, no less. So when the year 2000 came, with those numbers, with that date, people thought on like January 1st at 12 o'clock, shit was gonna hit the fan. Because the computer just could not register that. I saw a couple articles which are really funny. Who started Y2K? It was just a panic. It was just a panic. As who started it, probably someone who's used to kissing walls or something. I don't know. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Year 2000. Let me actually check. Something. Because I saw some funny headlines. There's a whole bunch of them. What happened with the year 2000? Is the updates, chat. That's it. That's how you fixed it. That's how they fixed it. Updates. There you go. Oh, hi, Starscream. News. Computer crash of the millennium. January 1st, 2000. The day the Earth will stand still. All banks will fall. Food supplies will be depleted. Electricity will be cut off. The stock market will crash. Vehicles using computer chips will stop dead. Telephones will cease to function. Domino effect will cause the worldwide depression. You got a lot of these tabloids, chat. Like there was a lot of them. I'm not sure how many of these are real, now that I think about it, but... This one's really small, I'm sorry. It just says Y2K New Year's. Will it all end tonight? Are all computers destined to melt down? December 31st? And it says... Does it say 8 p.m.? Tractor Wells, New York. Something like that. Featuring 90s covers. God bless. And this is the one I have on my, thumbnail. Because this is the best one. This is the best one. This one's too good. The Final Days Doomsday Countdown. Also inside Armageddon. Year 2000 computer bug will turn machine against man. Hundreds of phones or planes will fall out of the sky. Cars will stop dead in their tracks. Nuclear missiles will launch themselves. That's why I loved it so much. And then, of course, like, you know, it happened. It happened. World rejoices, Y2K bug is quiet. Oh, this music very much is not copyright free. Fuck. That's Nintendoid music. No. There we go. So, yeah. The stream's probably gonna get exploded. I'll have to... Some of this might get muted. Frick. That's a little loud. A little loud. In some places, there are minor bugging, right? Planet spins its way into a new era, setting off global jubilee and easing cyber worries. And here's the Time magazine cover. Very, very dramatic. Me, did I worry about it? No. I just thought it was implausible that would happen. My computer was not connected to the internet. It did not get updates. It still worked. It still worked just fine. Nothing wrong. Although I did hear a few computers bugged out. A few things did bug out. What does that say? Can't read it. Y2K insanity apocalypse now. Will computers melt down? Will society... What does that say? Will society... Will society, a guide to millennium madness? And I don't know if that's the recent one. No, that's 1999's cover, God bless. And some police and some people, like, unironically... Like, some police places, like, you know, police stations, whatnot, unironically started gathering outside of certain places. Some people unironically started going into bunkers. Stuff like that. People were really worried about communications just exploding. I think it actually started... Let me actually read this. Yeah, 1998 is when you started hearing about it, actually. I actually remember a little bit of that. Like, people were building this crap up, chat. Because I was a little babbo at the time, my concern was, oh my god, is my Game Boy gonna die? Will I not be able to play Pokemon anymore? Is my Game Boy gonna stop working? That was my worries. That was my worries with that. And of course, nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. But, that's a lie, because the next year something fucking happened. We had a crash just another year. That was bad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, chat. That was really inappropriate. But, yeah, I don't recall... There was like a few bugs, right? I think actually some European computers did die. Or freeze. I forget. I remember a couple friends back in the day mentioning their computers bugged out. But mostly it was like, you know, updates. Some computers had like weird coding issues. To save memories. I think it was 00, which is like the number that really caused crap to happen. Computers just did not like that number. 00 just did not compute, like unironically. Is that more... What is that? What's playing? That's Wii Shop channel, goddammit. That's more Nintendo music, goddammit. I'm so mad. But, yeah. I might just put on, like, I don't know, the OST for Legend of Dragoon or something after this. This stream, I'm so sorry, chat. This stream might get muted a little. Copyright free my ass. I'm gonna report that. But, like, some computers actually, what happened is it just showed the incorrect dates. Older devices just needed manual things right. Really, updates, global updates and efforts helped that, right? Apparently, some people say it was a genuine threat. But I don't know. Because again, my computer was not connected to the internet. I had a compact Presario. Running like Windows 98, right? It was fine. It was very fine. In fact, a couple years later, I think in like 2003, 2004... Yes, it was 2003 or 2004. I actually found an old AOL disc. They used to hand these out like candy, chat. Like, you used to just get them in your mailbox. It would just be like an AOL trial disc, right? Just be like, hey, you try this for 30 days free. We'd get so many of them. We would play Frisbee with them. We'd just break them. We would use them as coasters, mostly. There's a risk. Stuff would be busted. But probably not to the extent people thought. Yeah. All the computer nerds worked hard to figure... Yes, yes. That's what I hear. People just worked overtime as hard as they could, probably. The coders did their damn jobs. Back when coders didn't wear striped stockings. I'm sorry, chat. I do like the striped stockings. It's for another time. Not here. But, yeah, AOL discs. Oh, you guys can hear that. I'm sorry. That's my typer. Because I'm on my main browser. So I have Mocha Vision. You're gonna hear a little yappin'. Animal Crossing typer thingy pee, but... Let's see, chat. Let's see. They would send these. They would send these out like candy. Oh, in the Mocha Vision. These things, right? Like, you'd get a bunch of them. You got a bunch of them, chat. I want to say it got to the point where it's like every month. It was crazy. It was crazy. Free trial, 1,000 hours. 6.0. And AOL wasn't the best, right? The best was still Netscape. I talked a little bit about this a while back. You know, hold on. I think the music... Today the music... Let's see, 1 second. I'm just gonna throw the Legend of Dragoon soundtrack on. That shouldn't cause problems. And it's also a litmus test for later. There we go. I should have done that to begin with. Kino. Absolute Kino game. And guess when that game came out, chat? But yeah, they came in really nice cases too, so you just use the disc as a coaster or the case as a coaster or anything. But what happened is I ended up using like my mom's checking number on one of her checks, her old depleted checks. That was inactive, right? Just to get AOL for a little bit using that, because we didn't have the internet. I really wanted the internet. And I got on the internet with that old 98 computer. And I told her eventually, I was like, Mom, promise me you're not gonna get mad. She's like, I promise. I tell her. First thing she does is scream and like pound the table. I'm like, oh shit. That's the chancla, chat. That's how you get the chancla. Don't do that. But after that, my mom was like, okay, we need a new computer and we need the internet. And we got a new computer and we got Verizon DSL. God bless. DSL was, at the time, mind-blowing. Because you did use the phone line still. Same with, what do you call it? Dial-up. The problem with dial-up is you couldn't use the computer at the phone and the phone at the same time. With DSL, you could. Like, if you tried to call somebody who was on dial-up, you'd hear weird sounds. It was different from, like, the dial-up sound, right? That's actually when I stopped, because I knew my mom was up. I knew I was up to something, because she tried calling the home. And she heard shit. She heard our random garbling data sounds. She knew something was up. That's when I just told her, right? But that's when we got, DSL. That's when I learned about Newgrounds. Why did it make these sounds? I think for the most part it was unironically computer language. Like, you've heard of the dial-up, right? Let me just blast that for a second. That shouldn't... I would actually laugh at that. Content matches it. Like it's used in like a song or something. But give me 1 second. I need to play it. I need to play it. There we go. Every time you booted up AOL, you'd hear this. Or Netscape. You'd hear that. And there's an explanation for it, right? That's the design? Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing good. Happy New Year. But yeah, there's videos explaining on what each sound means, and it's just the computers talking to each other, apparently. At least that's what I was told. Or it's just code for your computer telling you what's going on. One of the two, or both. But yes, The Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Dragooner. That game came out the year 2000. A lot of games came out in the year 2000. A lot of good fucking games. Like, really good games. I'll probably mostly just talk about the PS1 games that came out, right? Like, Legend of Dragoon. Masterpiece to me. It's a one and done. It doesn't need a sequel, and it doesn't need a remake to me. Medieval 2 came out that year. Rayman 2 was huge, because that was, like, you're starting to see, like, more of the leap to 3D. Vagrant Story, Chrono Cross, Spyro, Year of the Dragon. Final Fantasy IX, one of my personal favorites. Of course, the next year, I think 10 came out, which is why I'm wearing this. What other games? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Dino Crisis 2. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. You remember that show, chat? I'm thinking of a big one. Oh, Spider-Man. The Spider-Man game came out. That was from the makers of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Those games I'd love to play on stream. That would have to be a Twitch thing. Starting maybe next week, I'm gonna probably multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. That will give me more of a footing with using Twitch when I need to use Twitch, so I can play games, you know, and just have the stuff separate, right? The audio separate. Or something. I think you could do that. Forgot how. I'll have to ask people. But, oh, this main menu theme is like an hour long. Jesus. Yeah, lots of crazy games. Lots of crazy movies, lots of crazy music, right? Like, this is the year you heard a lot of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. It was really future with the Frutiger Arrow themes, right? Did the movie, I think, let me Google it. A movie I really liked. Oh, it was 1999. Okay. In 1999, it was like leading into 2000s, right? That was when movies like Xenon came out, was like a space movie, right? That was a fun one. That's like when Madonna's music was really big. Pink's music was really big. Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again was huge at the time. You couldn't fucking escape it. Like Backstreet Boys was a thing. NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye. Blink-182 was huge. Destiny's Child was massive. Destiny's Child was massive back then. Hello, Jarek. Happy New Year. God bless. If you're doing good. Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die. That shit came out. That blew shit out of the water. You could not escape anywhere without hearing people singing it. It still is a catchy tune. Jennifer Lopez's Waiting for Tonight, I think, came out back then. Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. That's still a Kino song, right? Creed's Higher, I think. Christina Aguilera. All that good stuff, right? Janet Jackson. Was that when the Janet Jackson thing happened? Let me Google it. So that was Justin Timberlake, right? That was like the Super Bowl. Oh no, it was 2004. You guys don't know about it in 2004? There's like a halftime with Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson singing music, right? When the song ended, he was supposed to rip off Velcro, right? It was not Velcro. He ripped off her actual, like, top part. And the entire world saw one of Janet Jackson's, you know... you know, everyone saw that live. Uncensored. I saw it. I was a witness to that. My mom was like, is that Janet Jackson's boob? I was like, oh my god. That was funny. It's like one of those moments where everyone on the couch just looks at each other. And I just died laughing. And my dad just comes out of the bedroom being like, what the hell was that all about? The kids are watching. God bless. And now I think they do lots of extensive things to, you know, prevent that from happening. Probably because of that. God bless. That was so fun. That was funny. I'm sure a lot of teenage boys loved that shit, right? Until like the 2010s, where that big huge leak happened. Like the Apple cloud got hacked. And a lot of celebrities, you know, sultry images got leaked. Posted all over the interwebs. Man, I remember when we got the internet. Like, not AOL days, right? Man, I miss GeoCity, so goddamn it. But, when we got the... We got a gateway. We got a gateway with a Pentium D processor. I forget how much RAM. I think it was like 100 gigs of storage on the hard drive. But, yeah, the first thing I did was look up Flash games. The first thing. And that's how I found out about Newgrounds. And I do remember the first Flash game I ever played was called, like, Castle Cat 3. He was just a cat with a castle for a head. And he shot out of a cannon, I think. And he fought the Führer. It was a weird game, chat. Like, my mom saw that. She saw a cat just shooting cannonballs at that guy. With the full salute just going on. She's like, what the hell are you playing? God bless. There's like Stickman RPG. That was Kino. A bit of RuneScape here or there. That's when I started playing a game called Conquer Online. That game was Kino. That was like 2003, 2004, 2005 though, I think. But, damn. That game still goes on, right? Like, right before debut, I helped some rando out. And like, oh, where are you from? I'm from America. And they're like, how old are you? He's like, I'm so-and-so, right? And like, oh. I am, like, they're like 16, 14 or something. And I was just thinking, damn, that's like when I started playing. Damn, that's when the game came out. This kid is as old as the game. And then we just went on our merry way. Just, you know, MMOs, right? Your website was Addicting Games. Oh yeah, like Addicting Games. 123 Games, I think was another. I forget. And there was like Congregate later, which kind of ruined things. Steve Jobs said Flash was dead, and then he died before Flash. Sorry, chat. Heavy games, let's go. And like Cheat Code Central. Oh my god. Back when IGN was really good, I like used IGN's guides because they were free and they were like premium, right? Armored Games, oh my god. Cool Math, let's fucking go. Yes, Armored Games I remember, and Cool Math I remember. We played... Cool Math was... They were real ones. Cool Math were the real ones because we were able to play that shit at school. The teacher just sees us on coolmath.com like, oh, they're getting smarter. We were getting stupider. We were playing like, I don't know, stupid crap. Like Stickman RPG or some random... I don't know. Definitely not Happy Wheels. I don't think that came out. What games were there? Let me check. The Impossible Quiz. Alien Hominid, that's a big one. Kitten Cannon, yes! Oh my god. Kitten Cannon was huge. Club Penguin was later on. There's a sniper one. I remember there was like a torture game, right? You just tortured some random parcel. That was it. That's the whole game. It's kind of messed up. It was on the news at one point. Because we were like, oh my god, there's violence in this Flash game. Teaching kids how to do evil things, right? And then... Then chat, Manhunt came out, and then the news really had a shit fit. Manhunt's Kino. I actually had to mod that game to play it, because I had the Steam version. Interactive Buddy, let's go. Oh my god, I remember that. Yes. Crazy Monkey Games. Oh yeah, Crazy Monkey Games. Addicting Games, I think was the big one for me. Mini Clip. Of course, Newgrounds. I remember some kid somehow got Newgrounds working on his computer at the school, right? One of the school computers, right? He was playing just some Naruto, you know, random game, right? Then at the very last bit, it just cuts to hentai. Like, yaoi. I was fucking losing my shit, dying as hard as I could, laughing. Trying to say as quiet as possible while trying to block the screen so the teacher didn't see. Because I didn't want this kid to get in trouble. Mainly because he made me laugh. Hello, Biggitberry, and hello, Sarah. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy New Year. Not age appropriate. Absolutely not. It was like yaoi just blasted on the screen for no reason at the end of the game. I think it was like Shikamaru in Naruto or something. I cannot remember, but it was the funniest thing. Because the kid was freaking out. He thought he was gonna get expelled, and maybe he could have gotten expelled. Which is why I blocked the fucking screen for him, right? Like, you know, the kids were like covering the screen. That was funny. That's a memory. That's an unearthed memory, God bless. But Newgrounds definitely had its, you know, share of the most sauciest of games. That's how I think a lot of people learned about, like, hentai and stuff. Probably. But what games? I'm trying to think of games. There's like a lot of 9/11 Bin Laden Flash games. There's like Pop Tropica, I think was another place to go to. Max Games. I do remember like Armor Games, Math Games, or Cool Math, fondly. There's like Cheat Code Central. I'm looping. There's a game I think called Pimp Slap. Oh my god, the ads, chat. The ads of the year 2000. We gotta talk about that. There's like all these dumb ads like, congratulations, you've won 2 free iPod Nanos, but it would scream it out. In fact, I think it's on YouTube. Let me see. I'm gonna check. That'd be funny if it is. Let me see, chat. Let me see. Yeah, congratulations, you won. God bless. I hope this isn't really loud. Oh, I paused myself. God damn it, I need to see that to monitor stuff. Like a professional. Let's see. Listen to this. I hope this is it. Oh! Jesus Christ, that's not it. That's really funny. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what it sounded like. That was really loud. I'm so sorry.
Congratulations. You have received a free iPod Nano.
Yeah, it sounds like this. Something like this.
To get your free iPod Nano.
The clipping, God bless, 16 years ago. Pretty much that, right? Oh, here's the congratulations you won.
Congratulations, you won. Congratulations, you won.
I remember this so fondly.
Congratulations, you won. Congratulations, you won.
There we go.
Congratulations, you won. Congratulations, you won.
God bless. There was one that was like, punch the monkey and win $2,000 or something, or 25. No, it was just 25 bucks. You just won 25 bucks. Back then, that was like a lot of money. That was funny. I'm so sorry for the air rape. That was not intended. I thought it was gonna be loud, but not that loud. But it was pretty much like that, if that wasn't it. Like, the ads were so loud sometimes and so intrusive, and the pop-ups, chat. Oh my god, do kids know about pop-ups these days? Does any of you know about pop-ups these days? Maybe, probably. Pop-ups were huge back then. You'd just be on a website, right? And then literally a screen would pop up with an ad. And you would get like 4 or 5 of these fuckers sometimes. It was intrusive and crazy. That's when ad blocker was the big thing. And sometimes even Norton was like touting, oh, we got ad block. And you had to get like stuff like Norton, so your computer wouldn't explode. but Norton was actually really bad. I still use Malwarebytes. But, I still use Malwarebytes. Well, that's someone's remix. God damn it. Malwarebytes. And actually, I use it to scan. I don't actually... Honestly, you know what's weird is... The Windows Defender is pretty reliable, which is crazy to think about. I wish that they had that back like during Windows XP, right? Because that would have been huge. I remember getting a rogue antivirus, but I was smart enough to just delete it and remove it from registry, right? I knew how to take care of that. Right. But I'm going off topic. Back to the year 2000 itself. Because we gotta talk about the movies, right? Like, Titan After Earth. That's such a good movie. Don Bluth movies are fantastic, right? Titan After Earth was a huge one. My mom didn't want me to see it. She's like, oh, that's for adults. You shouldn't be watching that. Like, I want to see this movie! And I think we rented it sometime, and I really liked it. Chicken Run was a really good movie. That's when Digimon Adventure 02 was airing. The Digimon movie came out, and some kids' parents got divorced off of Angela Anaconda. The Grinch was huge. I still like that Jim Carrey's Grinch, right? Castaway was big. Little Nicky was big. American Psycho, I think, came out back then. The Road to El Dorado, Pure Kino. People still draw shell to this day. Emperor's New Groove, I think. That was a fun movie. Scary movie. That's when you started seeing like the 2000s humor, right? Battle Royale is a good one. Battle Royale is a huge one. A book first, right? But that wasn't like that became like straight up just game stuff these days. Probably if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have Fortnite or the Hunger Games even. And if you bring up that she didn't get inspired, or she got inspired by Battle Royales to the author of the Hunger Games, she starts coping. It's really funny. Hello, just your average trash can. Happy New Year's. Can't stay too long, just wanted to say Happy New Year. And also, you remember Pokemon 2000? Yes, I was just gonna get to that. That's like when the Johto stuff was happening, right? Or right about to happen. We got to see the Unknown in Entei. That was Kino. Favorite game from the year 2000 was either FF9 or Pokemon Gold and Silver. Oh yeah, Gold and Silver. Let's go. Everything had to be gold and everything had to be silver, right? In the year 2000. A lot of toys were gold because of it. 2000 was Lugia and the Birds. Oh, that's right. It was Lugia. Was it the third movie that was Entei? Might have been the third movie that was Entei then, which I think also came around like the year 2000 or something like that. Maybe later, but you're right. You're absolutely right. That was the Lugia movie. Oh my god! Now I'm remembering the stocking stuffers I got for that Christmas, right? Chad, they had little Game Boys. With little tiny, like, cartridges. Hello, Rezico. Hope you're doing good. Stopping by to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Heck yeah. Hope 2026 is full of bright moments. Absolutely. Happy New Year, Chuddy Buddy XL. God bless. What a fantastic name. Happy New Year's. Chat, chat, chat. These fucking things. Hold on. Oh my god. I want to buy some of these now. Granted, the Logan Paul didn't, you know, scalp them all. Let's see. They're not cards, though, so maybe they don't know about them yet. Next month. These damn things. They came with, like, a little tiny, like, plastic plate thing with a Pokemon on it. And a Game Boy. And sometimes you could stick the cartridge into the Game Boy. And each Game Boy would have, like, a gimmick. Like a picture of a Pokemon on it. Oh my god. All different color Game Boys, all this cool stuff, right? I miss that. I need these. I need one of them again. I don't care which one. I need to get one of these. Oh my god, look at the Chikorita. Like, you would push a button, right? You could see, like, the ones at the bottom. They're like little sliders to move something up or down. Gotta head out. But again, Happy New Year. But glad you found my channel. It's an awesome year. And here's to more. Well, thank you so gosh darn much. Thank you. Heck yeah. I'm glad you all found me. I'm so happy. This last full year has been just a wild ride. It's helped so much, right? Just like the grief of things, because January's kind of a hard month for me because of the grief and what happened in 2022, right? Being able to do this has helped so much. It's been such a positive outlet, right? So I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys always excel and do well, right? And I'm just so thankful, you know, to have fans and viewers, and I can't believe I found a passion finally after so many years. Like a true passion, something I really like doing. It's all thanks to you guys. So here's to another gosh darn heckin' year. Cheers, I guess. Heck yeah. It's this music. This music isn't... There we go. Yeah. Here's to another heckin' year. But yeah, these Pokemon toys were the most keynote. I really want another. I miss, like, stuff like this, right? Back when they cared about, like, Happy Meal toys, right? Then, like, a couple years before, I think they had, like, the Burger King thing, right? Where it's crazy. I still believe some, at least from I've heard from a few people, they've had this, like, warning in doctor's office doors about they had to fix them, the Pokemon, like the Pokeballs, right? Because each toy back then, from the, like, Burger King toys, came in a Pokeball, like a nice Pokeball. I love that so much. Just because, like, you know, that was so keynote, right? You got a toy and you got a Pokeball. It's like, that was like my first Pokeball. Like, this is so cool. I'm a Pokemon master now. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the flyer. I've seen the flyer a couple times. Yes. I've seen this flyer. Holy shit. It's on Bulbapedia. Let's go. Let's go. I've seen this flyer in stores. Not stores, I've seen this flyer in, person a couple times. And guess what, chat? In a couple doctor's office, just here or there throughout the state, in the cities, in the country in general, this is still a thing, which is funny. They still have this plastered on their walls. It's the funniest thing. Like, I guess warning collectors, right? And it says, urgent voluntary Pokeball recall. Warning, suffocation hazard to children under 3 years. Each half of the ball-shaped plastic Pokeball container may pose a suffocation hazard to infants and toddlers, as it becomes stuck over the nose and the mouth of a child under 3 years of age. Destroy and discard the container, or bring either or both halves of the ball back to the restaurant for a free small order of French fries. Customers may keep the Pokemon toy that came inside the ball. It's an official Burger King thing, right? Pokemania was crazy. And I believe they ended up adding holes to the ball. And the ball, it was the cheapest Pokeball you'll ever see, but I think it was pretty goddamn cool. Look at this thing, chat. Like, you can tell, it's like a scuffed, like, Happy Meal toy. Burger King Burger King kids meal toy. But if this wasn't the coolest goddamn thing I had at the time, I don't know what was. It was so cool. Like, I don't know. We had most of my money my parents like spent on me were PS1 games, so I didn't get like as many toys as I wanted. So getting this as a Pokeball, that was the coolest. And for the longest time, I just didn't have a Pokedex. I have a couple now, by sheer luck, actually. Both of them were lucky times. The first Pokedex was the I think it was the Fire Red Leaf Green Pokedex, and that was for I actually found that in a bush walking home from my friend's house. Either that or school. I showed my friend, I was like, holy crap, look at this, look at this. He was freaking out, and I enjoyed that. Then the next one was like the Kalos one, which wasn't much, right? It had no screen, but I love the Kalos region, so I'm happy I got that. It was $1 at the 99-cent store. It was like, you know, the actual thing. And you sort of just open it and it starts making sounds, and you push a button on the side to spin it. It was neat. I still have it somewhere. I love that damn thing. But I found that for $1, chat. $1. 99-cent store was so kino. I remember getting the LBX kits for $1, which is kind of like a bittersweet thing because that means it failed. Monsuno was cool. Is a capsule version of Bakugan. I got some of those for $1. What else did I get? I got a lot for $1. You get for a lot for $1. Maybe you still can. Oh, chat. The Power Rangers movie morpher, not the old movie, right? The newer movie with Bryan Cranston. I got that morpher for $1, and it had like the neat power coins, right? That was Kino. That one's cool because the way you use that one was like one of the old Kamen Rider belts, the Showa era belts, where it'd have like a little thing you push down and it would start spinning with lights. That was neat. No, hello, Chili Vex, and Happy New Year's. 2 hours to Happy New Year. Absolutely. And again, I gotta go in probably an hour, right? I want to do stuff. I have to do stuff. But yeah. I really wanted to stay for, what do you call it again? But I have to do the thing, right, where I go to friends' VC Discords, right, and just wish them Happy New Year's. But yeah. Cheers once again. Holy can't believe that. It's crazy to drink a $300 bottle of scotch. It tastes so weird in a good way. You taste the barrel, chat. Yeah, the year 2000. Damn, high class today. A little. I got it was a Christmas gift a year ago. And I don't touch it. I do not touch it. I drink it like I missed Christmas. I didn't drink it on Christmas when I should have. I'll drink it on my birthday. That'll be fun. But yes, it's Blue Johnny Walker Blue Label. My go-to is Black Label, because I can't afford Blue Label. But yeah, what did they have? They had like Poochie, right? And there's another Robo Dog they had back in the 2000s. And computers would spaz and it was the end of the world. Absolutely, yes. Bratz was big. People loved Bratz. And I think a year later, Bionicle was huge. That's like 2000 was like 90s to 2000. Lego Technic was huge. Huge. Fun. And believe it or not, Bionicle, when it first came out, that was Technic. That was Lego Technic. Because it had the gear to swing the arm. Then after a while, it just became its own thing, right? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was huge, so the board game was really big. People wanted that for Christmas. Razor scooters, everyone had a Razor scooter. You couldn't escape it. The PS2 came out. big, massive, right? Beyblades, chat. Beyblades. I'm trying to think. Tamagotchis, I mentioned Tamagotchis because that was big. Movies. I think Requiem for a Dream came out as well. Talked about a couple of movies earlier. Battlefield Earth, God bless. If you guys like L. Ron Hubbard, there's a movie called Battlefield Earth with John Travolta. It's kind of a dumb, funny movie. You know, it's not supposed to be dumb or funny. Leprechaun in the Hood came out. Come on, that's Kino. That's Kino. You gotta love Leprechaun in the Hood. I think Pokemon 2000 and Pokemon the movie 3 came out relatively close to each other. I'm trying to remember what shows came out. I think that's when like Rugrats All Grown Up was a thing, if not a little later. 2001, Invader Zim. That's still one of my most favorite like animations of all time. It was like Christmas morning, right? You'd probably wake up to something, either a holiday special or something like Buzz Lightyear Star Command, and you'd open your presents and you'd get like a PS2, right? Or Legos or something, or a Poochie. I got a Poochie for Christmas. Just stuff like that, right? Elf in the Hood. Oh my god, Elf in the Hood. Jesus Christ. That was a roller coaster. Johnny Applebot. Oh shit, that's what it was called. Yes, I was trying to think of what that was. Johnny Applebot. I always wanted one of those. So bad. I never got one. They're still cute little things, right? Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, played by Kirsten's husband. Oh yeah, it was, right? I forgot he voiced him in there. He was actually in, what do you call it, right? Patrick Warburton. He was actually in Metal Arms Glitch in the System, I believe. That blew my mind. Because I don't remember that, right? Warburton got it. He did. He was in so many things. Like, of course, Kronk. From Emperor's New Groove, which, again, also, I believe, came out in the year 2000. Trying to think. Nutty Professor. Nutty Professor, I think, came out in the year 2000. Did FlaVR come out in 2000? I can't remember. Let me Google that. Remember FlaVR. Oh, 1997. Oh, it was way earlier than that. When did Inspector Gadget come out? That was 1999. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Inspector Gadget came out in like 1999. I had all of... Chat. That's one of those cool things I had. I miss it. It was really shitty, right? But I loved it. Where McDonald's would do this, where you'd buy a toy and it'd be like a toy, right? Like a toy, right? But if you get all of them, you could combine them together into something big. And the Inspector Gadget toys did that. You could combine all of them and get like a really big Inspector Gadget. It was really, really cool. You know, he was on Seinfeld. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm surprised I haven't seen him on Seinfeld if I don't remember. I watched the crap out of Seinfeld. That's all that was on TV when we didn't have internet, like in 2012, 2011, right? Because what happened is 2005 we got internet, right? All the way to like 2009. Parents said no more. So, as you know, with my dad, the internet was on for a while. In fact, the internet was on for a while, right? Until like 2010, right? So for a year, I had free internet. But after that, no internet. So I had the PS1 and the PS2 to keep me busy for like 2-3 years straight. Nothing but the PS1, the DS, and the PSP. And my Game Boy player on my GameCube, right? And antenna TV. Antenna TV. That's what we had for those years. And that's one of the reasons I'm here, right? Because I had nothing but time to kill with PS1 games. Mostly PS1 games. And then in 2013, we got the internet again. Except we got, again, just really shitty dial-up. Until I forget when. Might have been like 2017, 2018 when we actually got like good internet. That's what I'm using now. Really good internet, right? How many gigs do I have? How much is my bandwidth? Let's see. Let me see, chat. Let me check this right now. I'm very, very grateful for the internet I have now. Yeah. 800 megabytes per second. That's good. I'm happy with that. Right. Very happy with that. There's a toy I had. I can't remember what it's called. It wasn't Poochie. It had an LCD screen for its face. Ugh! What the fuck are you? Hold on, chat. Robo Baby? What the hell is this shit? That thing's disgusting. Hold on, chat. This is apparently a toy from back then. It terrifies me. What the hell is this? That is cursed. That is absolutely cursed. Hello, Nerdbane. Hope you're doing good. Just talking about like 2000s. And the cursed toys that it had. I can't find it, chat. Let me... check. It's like a screen for its face. I just can't find it. It's like a robot. You could shake it and make it dizzy. And ate the bugs. I still can't believe I got tricked into eating the GamerSupps bug snacks. For a while, GamerSupps had something called Sus Snacks. And it came free with one of my GamerSupps orders. And I was like, oh, free snack. I'll eat that right now. And it was a really decent, like, Rice Krispie treat, but I didn't know it was, like, made with, like, crickets. That upsetted me. I can't find the robot, chat. I'm upset. I remember it vividly because my sisters wouldn't shut the frick up. My sisters wouldn't shut the frick up, and we had to throw it in, like, the closet or something. I'm not gonna eat the bugs again. I refuse. I'm trying to look for... I just can't find it, chat. Ignore my typer. I can't find it. Maybe Google AI knows. Google AI is getting really good. Knows everything these days. Is it the Dinky robot? It was. It was the Dinky robots. Let's fucking go. These things were cool. I had one of these. Oh my god. New GamerSupps flavor, Asmongold's mouth blood. Oh my god. I think there is actually like a flavor that's like labeled Bloodlust or something. I forget. Look at this chat. This is the Dinky Robot family by Techno. I don't even think Techno exists anymore. There's that one, and then there's this one. I think... Did I have the blue one? I think I had the blue one because I like the color blue. There's this one. You could shake him and make him dizzy. There was a dog. I remember the dog. Feels familiar, but you don't remember it. Yeah. I couldn't remember what these were called. They were the dinkies. I had one of these. I like to shake mine because he started screaming. Here's the stupid dog. And what were the... I think these were from the year 2000. They look pretty bootleg. This was the time when toys just looked like that, right? They didn't do well, obviously. Dollar Tree-esque. These were just like, you know, Temu Poochies, right? They were just like, you know... You could tell they're very, like, 2000s. I'm trying to find the Babbo, because I think there's like a Babbo. Here it is. Someone has it. I love the Babbo because it just looks retarded. You had the dog. Let's freaking go. Look at the Babbo. His dumb eyes. And then there was like nano babies, which were just, you know... Tamagotchis and Gigapets at home. See, will this work? Yes, it will. They were neat. I kind of miss them. And then there were the Nano Fighters, which were really cool. The Nano Fighters were cool, because I think it came with like a 2-pair. No, it didn't. You just got 2 of them and you fought them, right? Ever seen the Tiger handheld's attempt at VR? I did not. Tamagotchis were nice reminders of the dinosaur pet you once had. I had the Gigapet Lost World. That's what I had. Tiger R-Zone. I didn't know about the R-Zone, but I knew about the Gamecom. They tried to hype that thing up like crazy. I had this chat. Like, my love for dinosaurs didn't, like, you know, start now. It started way back when. I had this. This is what I had. I didn't have no Gigapet. I didn't have no Tamagotchi. I had this. Which came before Tamagotchis, believe it or not. I had this. And it was Kino. I loved this damn thing. Look at the stupid T-Rex on there. I love him. Little goober. I loved this thing. I took it to school all the time. And it died of old age, and that was like my first concept of something dying. I was like, Mom, what happened? And she's like, oh, things die. Things die. That's just how it is. Became a dino fan of pretty much. Pretty much. Watching Jurassic Park for the first time was such a magical feeling. Probably the whimsy that people got from watching, like, I don't know, maybe some of the normies with their Avatar, or even earlier, like, people with Harry Potter movies, right? That's what I felt with, Jurassic Park. And I actually still have one of these, right? They reissued it. Or they pretty much remade it, right? They remade the T-Rex Gigapet, and I have it. It's still in this package. I took it out and played with it, but I think there's an app. I don't know if you can still get the app, but it has augmented reality, which is neat. Back when that was big with phones. See, I do have the remake of this. I'm really happy to have the remake of this. I might put batteries in it and start playing with it again. I really have a fondness for LCD toys. They really wanted these things to take off again. I don't think they did. They really wanted, like, power screens and rechargeable batteries, and they never got around to it. Most times, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Heck yeah. But, yeah, I love these things. I didn't know they had this color. Oh! What the hell is that? Is that an ad? Take that off. We don't have no ads on here. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry, chat. I hope that was an ad, not something suspicious. It's a QR code. Do not scan that QR code for the love of fuck. Here we go. There you go. There we go. He kind of looks like Agumon at some point. They brought him back, right? I'm really happy they did. They had like a unicorn that a new one was like a unicorn, and they had like a bunny, and... Did they bring the cat back? They have a froge. They have a frog chat. Another one of these I had was the, what was it? I think Gigapets were better than Tamagotchis. They really were. I know it's a hot take, but they were. They had lights. Some of them had lights. Some of them had straight up, stands. Some of them had even like voice clips if they were like from something. A lot of them were like licensed. Like I had the Rugrats one, that's what I had. And Tommy would actually talk. I thought that was Kino. I thought that was Kino. Although he looks really stupid, right? This is back when promotional things were huge, right? So I had the special... Oh my god. How much are you? $80 is not too bad, but I'm not buying you. I had this. I miss it. My mom was like, you know what the heck? We're here. You can have it. The KFC Gigapets cat. I felt like hot shit. I could buy one for $30 without the package. Rugrats Virtual Pets, yes. Gigapets did a lot of licensed things. They were around before Tamagotchi. But they weren't as big. What do I have now? I have this. This is what I have. And I very much love it. I have watched a good bit of this show. I haven't watched all of it. But I have watched a good bit of this show. I'm very happy to have this now. It costed me an arm and a leg at the store. But I'm really happy to have this. Can you give Tommy SIDS? Oh my fucking god. I forget what happens with the Gigapets. It's been so long. Gigapets. Rugrats. I forget what happens. They might have actually just died. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe I don't think. When a Rugrats character's health fails completely due to neglect, they do not simply leave or run away. They follow the standard Gigapet death sequence, where the character grows an angel wings and floats away. Jesus Christ. I think Tommy actually gets SIDS. Crib death confirmed. Yes, that's actually funny if that's so. There's a Reptar one? No fucking way. Oh my god. That's crazy. That is... I love... Oh my god. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's another... like, virtual pet. Well, besides the other ones. I do have the reissue of the Digital Monster. V-Pets, of course. At the time, I said no, because I didn't know what it was. My friend offered me their original brick-colored Digital Monster pet. And I didn't know what it was. I was like, ew, it's brown. No, thank you. I didn't know that was like, you know, the original, like, Digimon thing. I would still have that thing now. That thing would be worth like buku bucks, and I'd be happy to have it, right? But I have the remake. My mom surprised me. That was like one of her last few gifts. She was like, hey mom, if you see one of these, let me know. I will send you the money. You could buy it for me. And then she just sends me the tracking number. Man. This is why I don't touch it anymore. I don't like to touch this. It's just too precious to me. Good night, Shreep. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember when Stu bonked his head and thought he was a baby, ran around wearing a diaper, and spoke to the babies? It was a very weird episode. I actually watched that a couple months ago, just to watch Rugrats again. That one was creepy. I watched a couple Nickelodeon shows. I watched the Doug episode where he wins like a contest and gets like a free video game console, and it was like a weird Star Fox rail shooter clone or something, I forget. And he just, you know, doesn't get work done and just plays the game. And it looks like he's like a druggie begging for more by the end of it. And then it just cuts to the end of the episode where he's like, well, I guess I shouldn't play games anymore. They are not good for me. I need to get schoolwork done. And it turns out he was like, it was on like a Sunday and he thought it was Monday, so he was able to do his project, you know. Of course, I watch Invader Zim in its entirety every year. I have to do that. I love Invader Zim so goddamn much. It is such a special show to me. Remember Kablam, chat? Remember Kablam? Kablam was Kino. It was just like an anthology of different small shorts. And a lot of those became big shows, right? Remember Doug dipping bananas in pizza sauce? You gave it a try. It's not bad, but you wouldn't do it again. That sounds something... That sounds Filipino. I've had some Filipino food that's like super sweet and savory. In a good way, but no, it's weird. Action League now, that became a big show. That started with Kablam. There was Henry and June, were the main cast. So I introduced things. Life with Loopy, that never made its show. Sniz and Fondue. Prometheus and Bob. I wish that became its own thing. Prometheus and Bob was Kino. It was claymation about an alien teaching a caveman technology, and a monkey would always fuck shit up. A monkey would always go around screwing shit up for them. Spaghetti from Jolly... Exactly. That's exactly what I think of. I love that Jolly Spaghetti. Prometheus and Bob was such a good show. Me and my mom would just laugh at it. And it was Kino. And the alien was like purple. And they would just... He would just teach him stuff, right? But then the monkey just came around just ruining everything all the time. It was a good show. It was a good show. It was peak slapstick. Peak slapstick. Still good to this day. A lot of slapstick. A lot of slap... Ignore that. Slip. Ignore what I said. I didn't mean to say that. A lot of slapstick. Like, you know, still, I love to watch. Like, Three Stooges, Kino. I remember Angela Anaconda. And I remember her causing someone's divorce. Yeah, that's from Tumblr. Let me see. Can I read this on stream? Can I read this on stream? I hope I can. I'll do my best to read it. Like, let me actually scan it for any obscenities before... I do not see anything bad in it. I don't see anything in it. I'll just copy paste it. It's gonna be small, but I'll read it off for you. It's a funny green text about the movie, right? It just says besides the Angelamon thing, it just says, "This short caused my parents' divorce." Next reply says, okay, you have my attention, how? Then it says, didn't know at the time that parents' relationship was rocky. I begged to go see the Digimon movie. Parents agree, but I don't realize it's for them to spend time together as well. Get to the theater and excited about the Digimon flick. Can't afford popcorn and drinks. Parents look happy. Angela and Anaconda short comes on. Parents also don't speak very good English. My little boy mind can't comprehend what the fuck is going on. Parents are utterly confused by this Canadian fuck running around in a Digimon suit. I start crying. They pull me out of the theater. Mom and Dad start blaming each other for going to the wrong film. Dad throws away the popcorn Mom wanted. Lots of arguing, and I'm still crying. Get out to the parking lot and drive off in a rush. Get into an accident in the parking lot. Dad moves out a month later. Fucking of Angela Anaconda ruined my life. It's one of my favorite copy pasta. I was never kid friendly, but I was always say so. There's a huge difference. Kids are not allowed on my streams whatsoever. Especially after the, you know, Metal Gear Solid streams, and I have M-rated games on here. Then no kids allowed, no babos. Babos get smited. The movie caused that. You don't think it was gonna last either way? That's true. That's very true. Oh yeah, the Offbeats. There's a show called Offbeats, and of course Angela Anaconda. Of course. Some show called Jet Cat and Race Rabbit. I could have sworn there were other shows, and that was another segment. Might have been the other segment. There's another segment called Oh Yeah, Cartoons. That was really cool, because it was just a bunch of pilots to a bunch of shows. That was absolute Kino. They need to start doing that again with pilots, right? This stuff was Kino. Better start setting up my Kick account. I've considered it. But this had a whole bunch of shows on it. This is where... What was on here? It was Frederator Studios. Okay, that explains a lot. I'm trying to find exactly what shows were on here. I'm trying to find the list of shows that were on here, because I'm pretty sure that's where, the original pilot for... Yeah, Cartoons is like that as well. Shock Zone was on here. Something called Elf Tales, Jamal the Funny Frog, Protecto 5000, Max's Special Problem. There's a lot of things that they just didn't make it, unfortunately. A Cop and His Donut. Shock Zone. Fairly Odd Parents came from here. They showed the prototype for this, and then they started just showing episodes on here. Because that's what got popular, right? Grim Adventures is Kino. Yeah, absolutely. Can you believe there's a character named Spurg? There's a character named... The bully's name was Spurg. God bless. And Lord Byron was in that show. Lord Byron shares the birthday as me, January 22nd. Unfortunately, another person who also shares the same birthday as me is Rushia. Rushia also has the birthday of January 22nd, unfortunately. But yeah. Lots of Kino stuff from the 90s and 2000s. It's sad because some of these were really good, and they just ended on a cliffhanger after that first episode, like initial episode, and they never had anything else because they just did not make it. What is this? Hold on, let me see something. Teenage Robot came from here. That's right. Teenage robot came from here and she looked a little different. She looked a little different. God bless. Look at this goober. You have to remember, the pilot designs weren't the best. Just called my neighbors a teenage robot, though. But yeah, lots of Kino. Lots of Kino came from here. You have to remember, Chad, these were pilots. These were pilots. These were pilots. You gotta forgive them. But yeah. That's who do you call it? That's what's her name? Forgot her name. Jenny Wakeman, was it? That's her. That's her. She looks so different though, doesn't she? She looks so different. And that's what I love about these old pilots, right? It's just like living concept art. Like, the Invader Zim pilot. That was different. That looked a little different. Looked more like the comics, right? I'm trying to find the actual, you know... It looked a little different. Just a little bit, right? Let's see. I can't find a chat. Is this from it? This might have been from it. This might have been from it. I actually like the art style more. I'm not gonna lie. It's very much more, you know, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Oh, it's a GIF. Okay, I didn't know it was a GIF, but yeah. There you go. But yeah. Concept art chat. I love concept art, and I love just pilots and concepts, right? Is what it could used to be, right? I don't have my concept art in hand, do I? Do I? I don't know. Let me see. Because I look completely different myself, right? I didn't even look like this at first. I don't even think I showed it off on stream. I should have it somewhere on Twitter. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Hopefully Twitter lets you see it. Browse it. There we go. Let's see. Did it work? Yes. This is what I used to look like. Completely different, right? Completely different. Zim was done by the same dude who did Johnny the Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which should have been a show of its own, but you know. He wanted it as a show. But, you know, they're not going to have that. The execs weren't going to have that. Maybe now in like Adult Swim, who knows? Maybe now, I don't know. I don't know, chat. But yeah. You know, let's see. I'm trying to think of what happened in, like, what else was in the 2000s? Besides just like the Y2K. Did I talk about Fruitiger Arrow yet? Because I should talk about that, actually. Because that was a huge part of the 2000s. Look at this. It's that perfect aesthetic. 9/11 happened. Yeah, that happened. 2000s crash did happen, but it happened a year later. Let's talk about this for a second, right? Everything was either gold or translucent, and had this as... It was more than Elf than Dino. Yeah. The .com bubble. Yes! Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. The .com bubble. Oh my god. That was like the first bubble, and now we have like we had the crypto bubble, and now we're having the AI bubble. It's just like fucking Beanie Babies chat, but like for fucking computers and technology. Vertiger Arrow. And let's see. Let me see chat. The Nokia was huge. Everything looked like this. Phones weren't computers. And I got bubbles all over the place. Except we have weird bubbles. We have like corpo blobs, and I don't like them. The Nokia chat came from here, right? The Nokia looked like this. You couldn't do it other than just texting and phone calls. And to show off your cool MIDI ringtones you had. I had a Razor, absolutely. I love that thing. I still wish I could use that thing. Nokias were basically bricks. Yes, you could throw that thing, and it would always be fine, no matter what. You get mad and throw it at the wall, it would bounce off and you could catch it. Not saying that was from experience or not, but it'll work just fine. If you were like super supreme Mr. Worldwide businessman, you had a BlackBerry. You had a BlackBerry. And that thing was like Mr. Corpo, right? I'm trying to find the original BlackBerry. Let's see. Is that what it looks? Yeah, here we go. Here's the original. You were absolute hot shit if you had this, chat. That means you are making it in life. Your investment banking was taken off. Why does Mocha look so uncanny? He was from an image I saw online of like a little teacup Pomeranian. He just became like an OC. So yeah, this was like a PDA mixed with a phone, and it was like back then, you either had the PDA or the phone. And then there's pagers, right? And people still use pagers to this day, I believe, like, especially like medical field. That's why you hear people say like paging Dr. Goober, right? Because they're sometimes, half the time, they're literally paging them, right? An old phone can beat the power of the Nokia. Blackberries reminds you of, yeah, PDAs. I had a PDA. I love that thing. I use it a lot. This was both of them mixed into one, and it was really fantastic. Then there was the Sidekick. That was like when things were getting really fancy. BlackBerry, because the designer set the buttons and the shape made it look like a fruit. Really? What the hell? It kind of does a little bit, I guess. Yeah, the Sidekick chat. You were this is the third one, but you know what I mean. You were making it if you had this. Like the buttons looked like the seeds of a strawberry. It kind of does, yeah. Why are the N and the I keys highlighted in blue? Let's see. What else was there? I had something kind of like it. I didn't have the Sidekick, I had the LG Voyager. I think it was better. I think it was better. There's a tiny image of it, but yeah, you know. God bless this thing. God bless this thing, I miss it. Because the front was a touchscreen, I believe. The front was a touchscreen. I think it was. I think it was? I can't remember now. This was good for, like, music at the time. What I really wanted was, what was it called? The Juke. I wanted the Juke so badly. I really wanted the Juke phone. I never got it. I really wanted it. This little idiot. Chat. This thing was sick. Look at this. Scroll wheel. That was a button. and it flipped open in the coolest way. It was really stupid and tiny. I wanted this thing. It was like an MP3 player phone, right? It was an MP3 player phone, and there was another one called the Chocolate. There's a phone called the Chocolate. And that was another like Verizon LG phone. Kinda did that, except it slid up. It broke easily. I heard that. That's why my mom never got me one. This thing. It's called the Chocolate. This was around the time chocolate was huger than it usually was. I believe like teenage boys had like a chocolate scented fucking Axe body spray. The Axe body spray thing was really funny. Because they really wanted it for like, they tried to market it towards like Giga Chads, right? Like they wanted like man dudes to have it. Like sophisticated guys to have Axe body spray. And then it gets taken over by like teenage kids, right? Edgy people who are gonna say slurs online and skater kids and, you know, people listening to like Limp Bizkit, Blink-182. The what do you call it? The Green Day fans. And of course the Linkin Park fans. Linkin Park still everything I named I like. Why'd you want to smell like chocolate all the time? I have no clue. I have no clue. It was popular at the time. But this stuff, chat. And then you had like the IMAX. That was a Kino design. Considering Axe, it was about smelling and appealing. Yes. I guess that is true. Although I think it's always dark chocolate, right? That's the better one. It's always the better chocolate. I like dark chocolate. I don't like milk chocolate. I like white chocolate. I don't like milk chocolate. This stuff, chat. This stuff, right? This was cool. This was the best stuff you could get. It still is, and I miss it, and I want it to come back. I really do. Not Max, of course. I don't like Max. They're good for editing. I'm not gonna say they're not good for editing because they really are. Remember those Mr. Sketch scented markers? The brown one was chocolate, but it smelled like low quality chocolate. It smelled like a Tootsie Roll, yeah. In fact, I had a chocolate vape and it tasted like a Tootsie Roll, so I kind of didn't mind it as much. It's horrible. Hell yeah. But this stuff right here, chat. Like the 90s, 2000s clear tech. Now if you want it, you have to commit a felony. Don't do that, chat, please. But yeah, if you didn't know, chat, prison tech, translucent, transparent. It's all transparent. A bunch of see-through consoles. Absolutely, it is. I had the N64 that looked green like that. Right here. This is, if you go to prison, this is what you're looking at. Well, maybe not any of this anymore, but... The speakers were gutted because, you know, you had to listen to headphones all the time. The, everything was clear, so you couldn't smuggle anything in them. They replaced it with cinnamon in the new release. Oh, hell yeah. I love cinnamon. I love cinnamon so much. I ordered some more Dragon's Treasure Tea. I got the more Phoenix down. I got 100 grams of that shit. More Pumpkin Spice, 100 grams of that shit. More Hug in a Mug, because I missed that 100 grams of that shit. It's gonna last me months. Yeah, I have a newer... Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I have a newer translucent Game Boy. Here we go. I found it. This is what I have. I have the actual... I have 2 Game Boy Colors. I have the Hot Bright Pink, that was my mom's. And I have the purple, that's mine. And then I have this, that was a gift from my mom. GB Boy Color. This thing... Well, it says color, but it says it weirdly. So I say color, but... It has a backlit screen. I have rechargeable batteries put into it. If you don't have any... It, of course, plays games. It does play games, of course. And if you don't have any games in it, it plays Game Boy Classic games. Like 100 of them, and they're not repeats or bootlegs. They're just the straight-up games. It's not official. But boy, is it not one of the best things I own. And you cannot get them anymore. The best part about making meatballs... Oh no. The best part about seeing the bugs is infesting your electron... Ew! Yes, I've seen that happen a few times. Let me find something, if it's still there. Let me see if I can find it online. I can't. There used to be an image online of a copy of, I think, A Bug's Life for the Game Boy Color. And it would have a dead spider in the slot. It was really funny. It was a really funny image. But let's talk about that real quick. Remember, like, when everything had this, chat? It doesn't anymore. These days it seems tacky. Back then it was, like, advanced. The holographic boxes. The holographic boxes. I miss this. I miss these boxes, chat. Now it's like bootlegs use them, right? So it's unfortunate. Well, back then, you'd find those on, like, the Game Boy Color games. You'd just find this, chat. It's a small image, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It felt, at the time, just, like, magical and premium. Even the games for Game Boy Color. Like, the actual cartridge, right? Those were transparent as well. Those were transparent. Look at Pokemon Crystal. It's even, like, got a blue tint to be like a crystal. With glitter in it. What is that green one in the middle? That one's really cool. Oh, yeah. I need to show that off. The Matrix phone was a thing. The Matrix Rechoded. This phone was a thing, but it broke. But it was a thing. It was a thing, for sure. Look at this thing. Imagine owning this phone. Imagine showing up to your press conference. Imagine showing up to your press conference with this phone. Right. Transparent cartridges were a cool idea. I miss them. I know they're not really viable right now, but I miss them. But yeah. It's gonna be 11, so I'm gonna need to get going. But thank you guys so gosh darn much. This was fun. I need to do more stuff like this, right? I need to do more stuff like this. And I might just use this soundtrack for it. I don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling I'm gonna get a little... Some parts of this are gonna probably be muted, or, you know, hopefully I can AI remove them. We'll see. The damn no copyright music, my ass. And it just starts playing fucking, you know, Nintendo music, even though I know a lot of influencers use those songs, but still. We'll see. We'll see. I'm very upset and salty about the Square Enix stuff. Never even thought in my day I'd get a, you know, demonetization from Squeen, but it is what it is. That's that. Oh yeah, okay Mocha, turn it off. There we go. But thank you guys so gosh darn much for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic, amazing New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody. Here's to another good one. I believe starting next week, I will simulcast on Twitch. We will see how that goes. If I don't cower out again, because I get nervous for whatever reason. But yeah. I hope you guys have a fantastic goddamn time. Thank you so much, everybody. Let me see if I could raid into anybody or somebody. Let me see. I don't know if anyone's online. Let's hope 2026 is the year. Oh, I see the rat still going on. I'll just drop you off to the rat. I'll drop you off to the rat. Okay, hold on. How do I do this again? I always forgot how to do this. Yeah, I'll drop you guys off to the rat. Whammy Wagata. There we go. Alright. Oh, that thumbnail. I forgot about that thumbnail. Okay, chat. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy New Year's. Hope you have a fantastic one. New year, new you. New slur. Thankfully, it is not the year of the flapper. It is the year of the horse, I believe. So, you know. Thank you, Bigotberry. Thank you, Ida Oni. Thank you, Shreep. Thank you, Chili Vexen 404. Thank you, Moth the Eagle. Thank you, Nerdbane. Thank you, Kara Malone. Thank you, Just Your Average Trash Can. Thank you, Chuddy Buddy XL. Great name. Thank you, Times82. Thank you, Resco Runeman. Thank you, Sinbly V3. Thank you, Sarah 2015. Thank you, Hero of Logic. And thank you, Jarek 13. I apologize deeply and dearly if I missed your name. Thank you, VOD Watchers, Lurkers, and new subscribers. So, until next time, take care, stay safe, stay frosty, and Otsu Nuggies.